Alright, welcome. We're gonna get started here. Been a while since I've done one of these. I'm a little dark. I hope I'll get another lamp soon. I guess half of my face is still dark, but oh well. It's what it is. Gotta adjust my seat too. There we go. Okay. So, here we are. Oh, let me turn the sound on too. The music may be a little loud. There we go. Okay. So, we are going to do a little bit of building today, from what I plan. But, it involves railroads, because I've been trying to build more railroad stuff here, even though the Nether Highway is usually faster. I just do it because I like it. But, I don't know. Any excuse to build infrastructure, I guess. Let's see. So I'm just gonna put away some of the stuff I've gathered here. Make some more torches. Now I need to realize, because what I want to do is make like an elevated railway between places, because I haven't realized, like, I forgot, you know, mobs. You know, the mobs can get you when you're in it. I know the rails block otherwise. They, like, block mob behavior, but still. So I'm just pulling up my map. You can't see it in the meantime. But, let me crack open as well. I got a 4 Loco tonight. Crack one open. Because I want to figure out... I think what I want to do is connect Cape Lookout to Fort Jennings. Now, I get that I can't have a big station in Fort Jennings because it's such a small area. And it's stuck in the wall. But, maybe I could have other railways. Like, I built one between Ravelgand and Cthuria, and it got me thinking that I could have other, like, non-metro aligned railways. And I could have it... Ooh, yeah, I'll have it make a stop in, near... Oh, gosh, Solemnine it was. And that way, it could be, like, a 3-stop railway. Or at least I can give it its own line on the metro. But we'll see. Yeah, I think that's the plan. And I'm gonna have it be elevated coming out of Fort Jennings. I think did I have 1 or 2 stops in Fort Jennings? I need to check. Maybe just 1. What do I want to use for building the bridge section? I could go easy and go stone, or I could... Yeah, I'll go iron. Have it be an iron bridge. Big ol' iron bridge. Well, I kind of want some sort of accent. I want it to look a little bit nice. Especially approaching towns. That's another block I have in abundance that would be a nice accent for the bridge. Hopefully something not flammable. This end stone doesn't complement the iron too well. And I could have it be nether brick? I'd have to smelt a bunch of netherrack, but that's not a problem. Here, let me queue that up in the mega furnace. Actually, I could get... Here, let's go to the nether as well and get a little bit more. Well, actually, no. No, we'll keep it where it is right now. How much fuel do we have in the furnaces? Oh yeah, it's lava, so it doesn't matter. It's like infinite. We do have kelp in the hoppers. Let's go ahead and do that after. We'll do the kelp afterwards. There we go. And... flesh, I don't need that. I don't know I have that with me. I guess I'll end up collecting more, just through happenstance anyways. Am I good? Alright, let's go. Now that I can get started cooking. In the meantime... I guess I could do most of it with just accent. Like, it doesn't matter for the sections that are outside of town, and I can always fix it later. We have so many iron blocks that it won't really matter too much. I'll take a visit up to the top of the Iron Golem farm, get a little bit more. Not like we'll really need it, but still. Wait a minute, I can fly there. I don't have to climb. I don't have to be undignified. It's just disgraceful. Despicable. Disgusting, even. And, oh, almost ran off the edge, but we're good. There we go. I can't wait till that auto crafter comes in, because then we can actually do stuff with it. Maybe just 2 more stacks. Yeah, that looks good to me. Alright. Oh, there's Ricarius. Glad to see he's joined. Ow. Oops. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to the Nether, and we'll make the journey over after I get my rails. I'm gonna need my rails. Maybe we actually want to get a shulker box out for that. Here, we'll take this one. Maintenance away. So I'll need a bunch of rails and infrastructure. Give myself 2 minecarts just in case. I want, probably 3 stacks of powered rail, 4 to be safe. All the rest be regular rail. Tons and tons of regular rail. There we go. Actually, I'll keep just enough open to have a balance, I guess. And then I will want a bunch of wood and redstone for making redstone torches. It's too bad that, you know, railroad, or rails are just not the most efficient, but they are nice because they do have infrastructure, and I can make it look pretty. I could, like, update the metro map, too. That could be cool. Alright, I have a bunch of logs. There we go. I think we're ready. Time to get going. Oh, I see you're in the stream chat, too. Keep doing that where I keep having the spaces. So I need to head to Fort Jennings. I swear the torches here get taken out all the time. It's annoying. I wonder if that happens with lanterns. Oh, I love this song. I haven't listened to the actual stream music playlist in a long time. But anyways. So yeah, this Nether highway network, like, it's more efficient than any railway I'll ever build. I've been debating building a railway on this line, but I don't know if another railway could work as well. Harder to make big transfer stations. And like what we have here, it's not too long of a walk to where it'll really annoy people. So honestly, I'm tempted to just leave it how it is. I mean, that's what I've done so far. So here we are in Fort Jennings. But yeah, our boy here, Ricarius, he's working on the walls of his city, Solata. And, they're way bigger than Fort Jennings' walls, but fair enough. Let's see. I always liked the way the library looked. It's nice. And then the newer building, one of the newer buildings of the city, this one, this cafe here, the Dodo Point Grill, it's a little close to home for me because I modeled it after the building I ate lunch at during my last job, and that I'm not in that job anymore. I do miss it, but the job I'm in now pays more, and I need that. So. But it had that raised platform in the center. Anyways, enough reminiscing. There's work to be done. So this is the Keep Station. Did I have any other stations on the line? There's Eastgate and Reeves Station. So this is one of 2 stations in the city. Wait, why do I not have one of my minecarts out? There we go. And which line is this? This is the light gray line? Or just the gray line? I need to reorganize the lines eventually as well. They're not the most well organized at the moment. Again, I just wish they were faster. Minecarts need to be faster. Alright, let's see. So this is the farthest the line goes. And so East Gate Station is right outside the walls. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. So what I thought is I'll just tunnel... Which side of is the line on? The line is on 1164. So I need to line that up outside the wall with 1164. What's the height? 1164, 65. So it would be right here. 1164 is this block. I kind of want the... This is a little tight here. If it's going under the ground up until this point, then it would be kind of difficult. I was eventually planning on extending outside the wall. I could just have it surface further here. I do like this forest, though, even though it's an artificial forest. What about this clearing? I could have the tracks run above the ground here. Like, I'd have the road, and then the tracks would be above it. Let's see. So maybe if I have it like this. And maybe every 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And it would be extended this high. Is that too tall? Well, I wanted to go over this road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, I could balance it out by pushing it a block further over. Now that I have the chance to. Just keep it simple like this. And then it would kind of like just go down underneath the ground here. I have to chop down this tree, it's getting in the way. Then once it gets up here, we can go on a standard run of it. Now, if I just did this... made a bunch of torches. Would these power them from the side? No, they won't. Yet. Well... Dang it. How do I want to do this? Because the torches are the easiest way. I mean, I could do a block of redstone, but, like, that's a waste. I could, like, have it extend a block to the side or something. It may be... that just may look uglier. Well, what if I wanted to extend it to a 2-line? I mean, I would no, I would never need to extend it to a 2-line. That's not necessary. Not enough traffic to need to do that. Well, it's still a dilemma. Man. The only way I could see is just putting redstone. Man. Well, let me just tunnel down to 65. That's actually not as far down as I thought. Oh. Oops. I did it at an egregious angle. They must have an amnesia. They forgot that I'm him. I am him. I have been him. I will continue to be him. Himothy. Those are funny videos, though. Those Dracula Flow videos. Very nice. Wait a minute. I'm on 64, not 65. Dang it! Ugh. Dang it. Oh, the indignity. Alright, now we have this section. I'll need to put track on it. I guess I'll just have to do this. Alright, well, it is what it is. I'll just leave it at this height, too. Getting a little low from there. I need to climb back up. I should ask him for Carius wants to VC. Alright, well, we're gonna VC with our boy here. Let me pull him up. Let's see.
Hey, Lamau.
Hello.
Hey.
Ow. Stupid creeper blew up behind me.
Oof.
In the middle of my finely curated forest, too. How dare you?
Ouch. Time to plug up that creeper hole.
Yep. I'm just gonna put back the top layer and leave a torch underneath. There.
You should always bully people who don't fill their creeper holes. It is always morally correct.
I know exactly what image you're referring to. Oh gosh. Reminds me of that one where it's like the picture of, oh god, I think the Sopranos, like, cast or something, and then the caption is like, like the gambling thing where it's like 90% of gamblers quit right before they're about to hit it big or something like that.
Oh my god.
Okay, now I need to just get... I'm trying to transition it to an elevated railway. And in the transition, oh, another creeper almost blew up behind me, you rapscallion.
Lamau, remember when I was the one who always got attacked by creepers?
I mean, that was a lot of creepers. Oh lord. Yeah, right now my plan is just to extend this line from Fort Jennings to Cape Lookout with an intermediate stop in Solemnine. Even if it doesn't get used, which it probably won't, because, you know, the Nether is so much faster. I just like being able to have infrastructure like that around. Like, that's the same reason that I already connected Fort Jennings with Solemnine by road. I just had a dirt road heading out of town. Same thing with Reeves. Reeves is connected with that too. Okay, where am I right now? Yeah, notepad. So I can get the coordinates. I should get that mod working again so I can make waypoints.
Yes.
Right, so
I did manage to get my mod pack working pretty much flawlessly again. I just had to disable like 3 mods.
Oh, good. I just didn't figure out which ones were the ones that were causing problems.
They would on my end they were CIT Resown, Lamb Dynamic Lights, and Exordium. I don't know if you have those in your mod pack, but those were the problem ones for me.
I'd have to check.
Alternatively, I could just export my mod pack and send it to you.
Did the Fumo plugin still work?
Sadly, no.
No.
I think it's because they needed CIT Resown in order to...
Darn.
Like, unless you have Optifine, that is, but... But yeah, CIT Resown I think is required for the Fumo mod to work properly, and since that is causing the game to crash on startup, I had to disable it.
I see. Wait a minute.
Hopefully it updates soon.
Was this the end of the line? It was the end of the line. I need to go this way. Okay. Wait a minute. 258? That's here. How could that be? We're inside city limits. What? Oh no, the station goes outside the wall. Oh, that's a problem. Okay. Wait a minute. Where the hell is this going?
Huh.
Am I... Oh, that's the green line. I forgot I connected this line all the way... Oh. I connected it to Carhio. That's why. So the line goes... It curves north, but I want to keep taking a different route. So I'm gonna have to do the gray line. That's what I need. Okay, there we go. I'm tempted to maybe start like a side thing temporarily, or like see if I can do a world export and put it into like the create mod or something, because I want to start messing with the stuff in the create mod.
Oh yeah, I actually was thinking about like, didn't they add guns recently?
I don't know. Well, wasn't that a thing with Mojang getting pissy with people about that?
Yeah. But fuck Mojang.
Yeah, honestly. We don't want... No, we don't want to make sharks because we're afraid people will try to kill them. We don't want people to be able to ride dolphins. That's not realistic, they say as a creeper walks up behind them.
Man.
Nothing about Minecraft is realistic.
It's like they forgot what Notch intended for the game.
Yeah, honestly. I did try, like, a friend had that server, I don't know if it's active anymore, but it was that one that had, the mod pack that was like the old version of Minecraft reimagined.
Oh, better than Adventure?
That's what it was, yeah. So, and that was interesting for a time. I mean, although I admit I do like a lot of the features that have been added over the years, honestly.
Yeah.
But
that's why I prefer to play the modern beta mod pack. If I ever want to do anything that involves nostalgia.
Right. Like, I understand that you couldn't sprint in the past, but, like, I did miss sprint.
Yeah.
Although it did make railroads more important, I guess. But yeah, you don't tear something down, you gotta build something up. You don't remove features, you gotta add them, I don't know. Or at least update them. Some way to make rails more relevant. Because again, with Elytra, why wouldn't I just fly everywhere with my Elytra?
Just buff powered rails so they feed more energy into the minecarts. I mean...
Yeah. Or have
that's what I...
Have there be some other thing. That or also with it breaking mob pathing around it, like, it at least as a quality of life. Remove that, I don't know.
Yeah. How much you want to bet Bedrock doesn't have those problems? Because that seems to be Mojang's golden child.
Well, yeah, they like it because they can monetize it easily.
Yep.
There should be, like, a minecart gate. Like, well, I guess you can make one with redstone, but still. Like, some easier gate that you can put on the same block as a minecart rail or something. And have it be, like, a gate like that where you can have it go through a pen and have it collect an animal.
Ooh. Yeah, that sounds nice.
I am going to be excited for the new automated crafting tables.
Oh, yeah.
Took so long.
Did you hear about that thing with the copper bulb?
I heard something about the copper bulb doing something for clocks or redstone.
Yeah, basically, like the copper bulb was like the messiah of the redstone community, and then Mojang was like, "Oh, this is an unintended effect. We're patching it."
Oh, I did hear a little about that. Mainly that people were pissed.
Oh yeah.
Like, what did they do? What did it do that they patched out that people used to like?
So basically the fundamental way that redstone works is by clock ticks, and usually most redstone components work by having one tick calculated and then another tick skipped. But with the copper bulb, it didn't skip any ticks. So it essentially allowed for a lot more precision in terms of how redstone components worked, because if you used a copper bulb to time things, then it would basically be twice as precise as any other components in the game.
Oh.
Yeah, which means that it would also allow for certain mechanisms like redstone doors to work faster and all that kind of stuff.
Right. That is cool.
Yeah. Essentially, the copper bulb could theoretically speed up most existing redstone machinations by twice their normal speed.
But of course, we can't have nice things.
Yeah. And why is that? Because Bedrock.
Yep, not everything...
Because Bedrock's code is written in C++ instead of Java, and for some reason Mojang is like, well, we can't make ticks work in C++ like that, so we're just gonna say the copper bulb... We're just gonna nerf the copper bulb so that way it's easier to port into Bedrock when we add it.
Man, and there are already so many differences between the two. It's not like this is gonna help in that regard.
Yeah, especially in regards to Redstone, because if you think Redstone in Java is confusing, wait until you see it in Bedrock. It's, like, literally unusable.
Honestly, like, again, they brought this completely on themselves with making an entirely different branch of Minecraft, and they didn't expect them to cause them translation issues. Like, come on, you're using different code bases. Of course there's, like, did they think they were, when they first, I wanted to know what was going through their heads when they were first, like, designing Bedrock, because they knew in some way that they would have to be differences.
Yeah. I mean, aside from the monetization of Bedrock, I do know that another reason why they made it was so that way it could be played cross-platform. But,
So,
I mean, come on, who plays Minecraft
right.
not on computer,
Would
right?
there have been any way for consoles to be able to use Java in some form, or like a translation of Java or something?
Apparently not. I don't know.
Huh. I mean, yeah, I get it's a little bit outdated for Java, but Java still works fine. Like, this, what we're playing right now is a perfect example of that. I mean, it's fine for the most part.
Yeah.
I don't get the... I mean, I get the cross-platform stuff. Apparently, there are tons of sales for the console versions, so I get that in a business sense, but still. Like, I remember one of my... No, I remember... It wasn't my first time, but early on, I did also have a friend who only had an Xbox, not a computer, so they had to play it on their Xbox, and it was so strange for me having to try to play Minecraft with the controller.
Jeez, yeah. Alright. I believe I'm coming down the home stretch now.
Oh, good. Now, we're getting closer to... I'm getting the railroad closer to Solemnine. I just need to figure out where I could make a station. Because I know that Pleb kinda claimed it. Like, not officially, but he pretty much has it officially now. So, I just don't know if he would be okay with me plonking a little station building down somewhere.
Yeah. I mean... I think that regardless of who claims it, there should always be certain things that are consistent across any village.
Yeah, I do agree in some sense. Like, the one thing that I do whenever I find a new one is I always give it a little marker with a town name and the flag, and then I always give it either a portal building or a cutout in a hill face for another portal, and that has an ender chest and a regular chest next to it, or something like that. That's what I do for every town I come across. Eventually, it would be nice to have other infrastructure. Like maybe give every town a post office or something, but that's just for fun.
Yeah.
Because right now, not even every core city has one. Like, what I've been trying to do as well, and what I ended up doing last night, is I've been wanting every single core city to have a ball court and a ball team. So I just did the one for Carhio last night. Although I do need to make their flag. They don't actually have a flag yet. just so every city has their, like, home team or whatever.
Yeah, I definitely want to make something like that for Solvata as well.
Right.
I mean, we could make it a collab effort, but I still need to figure out where to place it, because...
Thankfully, the stations themselves... I mean, not the stations, the stadiums themselves are... they're all standardized for the playing area, and they're not incredibly large fields. That's kind of why I chose it in one way, is because the playing fields are small. But only sad thing is you can't, you know, actually play an equivalent for the sport. I mean, you could try to with a snowball, but it's too easy since it's a small field.
Yeah.
It's mostly just there for world building, like most of the things here are. Is one of Pleb's machines supposed to be on fire?
How on fire is it?
I don't see it anymore, so whatever it was, it went out, but,
Okay.
It was a single
was it
block.
his cobblestone generator?
No, I think it was the one with trees. So it, like, burnt a leaf. But that's it. I really do like the way those yurts he built look. They're interesting. We making it out of Mongolia with this one, boys. Throat singing intensifies.
Whoop.
There we go.
Man, I keep running out of stairs. No matter how many I make.
Are you using a sawmill?
No. I just use crafting tables.
Okay. You may save a few resources if you use the saw.
Not a big deal since we can make infinite stone anyway.
Yeah, I guess so. Truth be told, I forgot how to make the machine work, and I'm too scared to touch it again. Ooh, that zombie has golden pants. Give me your pants. Oh, he didn't give me his pants.
Huh.
Y'all just don't know when to quit. I will admit, though, the one thing that Better Than Adventure thing did do well is make skeletons scary again. Because, like, man, that since you couldn't sprint, I mean, and their aim was pinpoint accurate. That made him scary.
Yep.
And I do love the old explosion sound effect and the old door sound effect.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get a sound mod to replace those back in.
I believe there is a resource pack for that.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, called Nostalgic Tweaks.
That would be cool.
Or actually, I think it might... Actually, I think Nostalgic Tweaks is the mod. I think, actually, the resource pack is called Golden Days.
Okay. You been to any of the Disney parks recently?
Not recently, however, I have been planning to go with my parents to either Harry Potter or Star Wars at some point.
You know that's Universal for the former, right?
Well, yeah, I do, but it's in the same area.
Yeah. I mean, I don't work at Universal anymore, but back when I did, I used to get free tickets that I could have given out.
Nice.
But oh well. Man, I'm planning on trying to get back there again. They weren't a terrible place to work for. I wouldn't mind that, but again, they aren't hiring much. They're kind of in a slump right now, getting ready to open their new park.
Yeah.
Still building their new park. I do want to see that when it gets ready. I think that may not be till like 2025 or something.
What is the new park?
Epic Universe. It's mostly being built along Universal Boulevard. But yeah, it has like a space theme, or universe theme. It's gonna have like a land for like the France part of Harry Potter. It'll have a How to Train Your Dragon land. It'll have a classic Universal Monsters land. It'll have the Nintendo land.
I will definitely be taking my girlfriend to the How to Train Your Dragon one then when it opens.
She's a fan.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Oh god, did you see that animation of the guy who did the meme animation for like all those other things? Like he did it for Madagascar, and then he did the one for that, and it's just half of it's the guy yelling "Scotland forever,"
and the other half is the dragons dancing.
Oh yeah. That went viral. I like the Madagascar one because it had that running gag of the Mario pissing guy just going, "Alex the lion, what the hell are you doing in my car?"
Yeah. I finished the tower.
Oh, nice. Was that the last tower?
I believe so, yes.
Good.
Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towers on the wall. I could add 2 more along the shore, but...
Well, that's something easy to do later. Like, you can just replace a section of wall with a tower later, and it wouldn't, like, interrupt anything else if you...
Yeah.
Depending on what you wanted to do.
Now, I have 2 options going forward on what I could do. The first option is to work on that wooden roof along the entire length of the wall. The second option... the second option is to clear out and clean up the canal running through the city's interior, which means tearing down a couple village houses and maybe relocating them somehow.
What you could do is if you wanted to like use fancy, oh god, what's the double smooth stone where you smelt it twice from cobblestone, and you could have that be like the side for like a riverside sort of like, I don't know, district that has like a, I don't know what the proper term for it is like a, not like a shopping district, but like a K-side or something like that. Waterfront. No, waterfront.
Commercial
that's
district?
Waterfront. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Hmm.
And you could have like something fancy.
Actually,
like
I have been planning to make a lighthouse.
Oh yeah, like near the sea. That could be cool too.
Hmm.
Good. We only have 3 lighthouses in the Empire so far, I think. We could always use a 4th.
Yeah. How big should I make it?
Well, depends on how big the port's gonna be.
Let me see. So most of the canal is going to be wide enough to accommodate one Kufmal ship at a time.
Right. Well, depends on if you... Like, are you planning on making a larger commercial port as well?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, because depending on that...
Actually, let me see if I can pull up the...
Well, if you are you going to do it more inland in the canal, or are you going to do it on the coastline?
Well, I remember I made a district map for Solvata. Let me scroll up and see if I can find it.
Well, I'd say maybe if they're... Try to find a natural island off the coast and build it based off of how big that island is, or expand it slightly, or you could build a man-made island.
Yeah, I might make a man-made island, because, like, there aren't really that many options. Hold on, let me look for the...
Actually, I can pull up that part of my map. I have that...
here it is.
Downloaded map. Let's see. Are there... I'm guessing it would have to be on the east side. I do see, the outline of some round structure that,
yeah, that's where I was thinking of putting the lighthouse.
Yeah, I mean, that looks like a good place for a lighthouse, and that outline there is already bigger than a lot of the other lighthouses in the Empire.
Hmm.
So I'd say that's a great option for a lighthouse. You could also... And then you could have, like, maybe if you wanted a port, you could have it be along that wider section of the, mouth going into the canal. Maybe right where that road gets cut in half, near that area where the road gets cut in half by a section of the water.
Yeah.
And then then you could just have the rest of it flow through normally like the canal. But, let's see.
But yeah, I reposted the district map if you want to take a look.
Okay. Had to zoom in. Yeah, and then, like, that maritime district, you could have the actual, like, deep water port right at the very mouth of the canal.
Mm-hmm.
This is getting awfully close to some of these contraptions. I want to move it. Could have a bypass. Yeah, that's too close. Yeah, I have to cut this tree down.
Oh, by the way, I saw you jump on Spengy's a little while ago. How is it going?
it was going okay. I had a little rover, and, I got it back from a mining trip, but then, turns out, for some reason, it won't go back up the tiny ramp. Like, I couldn't make a shallow enough ramp,
Oh, dang.
and as a result, I backed in too fast, and I blew up all the batteries.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then I'm like, I kind of rage quit right there. I mean, it won't take a ton of time to fix, but it's just annoying. I'll probably have to rebuild the rover.
Yeah.
I did what we professionals call an oopsie whoopsie.
Yeah. Now, I don't know much about building lighthouses, so I might need your consultation for this
There's
project.
plenty of designs you could do on the side. I mean, there's the classic upward spiral, or the double spiral. I tried that one time and it didn't work out very well, so I just went with a single spiral. Or you don't even have to do it.
I might...
You can do a banded lighthouse instead of a spiral. Or
I think I might go with the spiral, actually. I would like to...
vertical band, too. That's rarer. But, I mean, it's up to you.
Let me look this up.
Or you can base it on a real-life lighthouse. Again, or you could go weird with it. Like, I did have one of mine kind of based on the, what's it called? The Lighthouse of Alexandria. But smaller.
Roman lighthouse. Let's see.
Well, one of those would need an open flame for the lighthouse. I ended up finding a simple piece of, you could have like a fire in the middle, but I had a simple piece of redstone that would, make it actually, like, the light go around in a circle. It wouldn't project very far, but it gets the job done. Let's see. Now I'm close enough to the city. I think I just want a standard terminus station, unless there's something further down. What is Solomine close to?
Oh, interesting. Roman lighthouses are square instead of circular.
Well, you could always take a bunch of inspiration from a bunch of different designs.
Yeah. Maybe if I make the lighthouse similar to the towers.
You could, although you'd have to adapt it to where it doesn't look too similar.
Yeah.
It's a good song, it just need a different word. That would make it claimed, I don't know. Claimed or not. There we go. Now, where do I want the station? There's not a
Oh
lot of-
yeah, I still need to work on the gates.
Let's see.
How much clearance should I allow for to let Kufmal ships enter the canal for the wall gates?
Let me fly over to Fort Jennings. I can measure the... Shit, was it the Riviera or the Diose I had there? I'll have to check, but they usually are the similar standard for the width. Let me check. Oh, it was the Nightbug. Never mind, it was the Nightbug I had here. Nightbug. long is she? Or no, how wide is she? She is 3, 4, 5, 6. She's 7 blocks wide. So maybe if you want to go safe and go with like a 9 or 11 block canal.
Yeah, let me see.
I don't think I have any ships that are really wider than 7.
Yeah. I think that the canal is, its narrowest point is around, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, its narrowest point is 9 blocks.
Yeah, as long as it looks straight enough, that's probably realistic enough. In that section.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, there we go. May need to get more supplies. Or at least more supplies for building a train station. I think I know what I want to do with it. In the meantime, I could just build past it, use up the rest of the resources I have here, and then go back. Probably save me in the long run.
What about height clearance, though?
Oh, oh yeah, for the bridges. Well, looking at the Nightbug again, her mast... Oh gosh, how many blocks is this above the water line? Okay, so the top clearance for her crow's nest is a max height of 77. And at the water level...
Oh god, that's tall.
Then, if the water level's at 63 or whatever, then that would be like 14, 15 blocks tall.
Mm.
I mean, I know some ships were able to, I don't know, semi-collapse masts, but I don't know if... I guess that's a thing that doesn't have to be as accurate, relevant, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always, like, if you think about it, there could be, like, big ships would unload at a harbor before one of the gate entrances, and then barges would take it further down. That's kind of how it went in real life, too, and those barges would be small enough to get through the, gates. So,
right.
you could just, like, not have to worry about it there and just wave it off that way. Because, I mean, that's how it worked in real life. You had those canal boats that were dragged by horses on the side of the canal. That's what Britain did with their narrow boats.
Hmm.
You ever seen one of those narrow boats? They look so dinky.
Nah.
Let me send you a picture. They're tiny little bastards. I have a copy. I built one of them in front of the depths once, just for fun. It had like 3 blocks wide of interior space. Look at those tiny little motherfuckers. And there are people that live in those. They just, like, retirees that have one of those boats. And they have boats that, like, have charcoal or whatever for the heating and the wood and the cooking. And they just buy charcoal from the side of the boat.
Dang. Wow.
Let's see. Well, no. I told myself I wasn't going to worry about the station location right now. Hey, that rhymed. But, I'm just going to keep building the actual structure itself, because I want to make it to Cape Lookout. What direction would I have to turn? I matched there, so I could just... So that's where the station is. I pretty much need to go straight until I get to the pyramid. Do I see the pyramid? Not yet. Oh well. Oh well. I was playing more Railroads Online earlier today as well, but the issue was, like, since it's just this one guy who doesn't have a ton of game experience working on it in... Oh god, I forgot if it was Unreal or Unity. Like, all the physics for it are hard physics, like, there's no shortcuts, and so it's just, like, the way that it's set up with the rails, you can be going as slow as possible, and it will still derail. Like, I had to fix, like, 7 different derailments in the span of 10 minutes.
Damn.
It's very annoying. Because it's,
Yeah.
I know it's not my fault, because I went slow even on the track, like, yeah, the track I laid is a little tight, but, like, it goes over it completely fine one time, and then derails randomly the next, so it's just the way the physics interacts with it. I can tell, like, it's kind of a sloppy game, and then the dev had a bit of, like, pushback because he had a bunch of people that were helping him and giving him music and stuff to use in the game and all this other things, and he's bad at keeping people on the project, and people kept leaving and taking stuff away because he was kind of mean to him.
Man.
Yeah, just a game dev who doesn't know what they're doing. And it sucks, because the game has a ton of potential, and it looks nice. But, oh well.
There's the rails.
So didn't you have a little rail system going along the top of the wall?
Yes.
I forgot, did we get you an elytra?
Yes.
Okay, good. I thought we did. Anything, this is just a really long viaduct. It reminds me, what I'm building right now, since I have to elevate it, it reminds me more of the Disneyland or the Disney World monorail.
Hmm.
Yeah, good thing I decided not to double track it. That would be stupid. There's not enough need for a single track in the first place, much less a double track.
Hmm.
Okay, this song's been going on for a little.
Find a bed anyway, because phantoms are spawning.
I'm near a bed if you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right next to Solemn 9, I can grab a bed there.
Yep.
Kick someone out of the yurt. I do like the skin, or the texture for the villagers and the acacia with like the red looking robes. Oh, I'm glad I kept this at the same height. It really does look like a big viaduct going across the valley. I like this. The fat controller will be pleased with this. I saw another one of those videos where it's the type of where it's like either fireworks or like an industrial accident or something that has a lot of sparks, and they put Toho music over it.
Yeah.
Lord.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was like some firework. Or no, it wasn't fireworks. It was a factory, and like a piece of machinery had like started making this pinwheel of sparks everywhere.
Jeez.
It's not, God, at least it's not one of the countless, like, videos of the Chinese industrial accidents. Like, you see so many of those, or at least I end up seeing a ton of them. Like, I don't even search for them, they just show up. Like, one of them was this forewoman or something that was, near, like, a sand processing pit. And she got scooped into a front-end loader, like, without the operator knowing, and got buried in the sand in the front-end loader, and they dropped her into the sand pit, but it had a crusher at the bottom.
Jeez.
Yeah. Thankfully, the camera couldn't see deep into it, so you don't actually see it, but yeah, she died.
Did she die?
Sadly, yes, but I lived. And someone turned that video into a meme where it's like, you know, the "Hi Squidward" meme where Squidward's like, well, it sure is a great day to be a blank 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 or whatever.
Oh god.
So it's like Squidward like, it's a great day to be a forewoman at Hebei Shangqi or whatever, like they had that pronunciation at the factory, and it says "Hi Squidward," and then it's just a sped up version of the video.
Oh god.
Oh lord. Okay, I'm gonna head back and maybe get more resources. I have run out of iron, but that's a long distance. Oh, also, don't worry about Plub's tree machine. It sets things on fire by itself.
Okay.
Yeah, it keeps burning and then stopping burning, so I'm guessing it always does that. I love with Minecraft, it's like, if you can hear the machine exploding, it's doing its job, but if it's exploding at this rate, it's not doing its job.
Oh.
You know, I realized, there's like, with all the buildings I built, there was always that thing where, I ended up, like, a ton of buildings, most buildings, in fact, that don't have restrooms. Like, the concept of a restroom doesn't exist. but then a few buildings here or there do, and that throws everything off. So, at this point, I just ignore it. Like, no one asks if restrooms are a thing in Minecraft, and I don't want to either.
Damn. Come on.
Of course, one of these signs got destroyed by a ghast, and they replaced it with the word bruh.
Bruh.
Problem is, it's hard to, like, actually make proper signposts in the Nether Highway network, because, like, the signs, I only made them from if you were going from Kufmal, but a lot of people go from other places. You'd have to, like, go to Kufmal, and even then, some of the signs aren't updated for the new towns, I find. So the only way to actually know your way properly is the PNG of the map I did make, and even that one has its issues. Like, there's no "you are here."
Ma'am.
Also, I wish there was, like, I wish Mojang made a way to have, like, map art take up less space on the map. Like, instead of using it as map art, you could have, like, a pixel grid block or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I get map art is a integral part of Minecraft culture at this point, but still.
And...
I realized since I kind of left the actual stream series on a hiatus for a while, I may just, like, I'm still gonna do something interesting for the 100th, but it'll be less of a live thing and more of a... I mean, it'll still be live, but I won't treat it as if it were live, I guess.
Fair.
Again, this series doesn't have a lot of viewership, which is not why I do it, but I can't avoid that.
Hmm.
So far, I thought, like, you know, since I don't want it to be a massive thing, because it's not a massive part of the channel as much, I figured that I'd just keep it subdued and just do it where I reveal that one thing I've kept hidden underground in part of the world for a while, and then that would be a good enough reveal.
Hell yeah. I think I've done enough for the gate, the main gate leading into the city through the canal.
Okay.
It's not very complicated, but it should be...
I mean, it's a gate. How complicated can it be?
Hmm.
You can't, there's not much you can do besides a bunch of fences.
Well, I mean, like a gate tower or a gate...
Oh, yeah, gatehouse, I get, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just tried to make the gatehouses for Fort Jennings just I tried to make them semi-realistic with the types of things in them, with like the murder holes and then the trap door above and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I just watched a bunch of Shadiversity videos and I'm like, oh, I'll just do that. Where's my sapling box? There it was.
I didn't even bother with all of that. I just was like, well, I'm gonna build this archway here, and that'll be how ships get into the city.
Fair enough. Now, let me think. I just need more iron. Just gotta continue. I may focus on the station later, because I want to actually have the station buildings look relatively nice. In some of the towns. With the towns that have more effort put into them. I'll give the other ones more of a basic look, but then the ones that actually... If a town grows, I can always rebuild their station to something that looks better.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's nighttime, but I'm getting into a bed right now.
Yeah, actually it is nighttime. Hold on. Oh. Where'd you come from? Everything here is supposed to be lit up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, or is it actually, Is that zombie underground? Huh. Alright, I'll go sleep in this house instead. This house doesn't have a bed.
Oh.
There we go.
Alright. I need to actually have industrial buildings that have, like... I wanted to have industrial buildings that have railroad links, but I realized that if I did that, so far the only rail networks that exist are passenger. I guess I could get around it. Well, that would give me an excuse to double track some of the lines. I may do that, yeah. But I need a lot more rail. Oh yeah, I need to actually go up to get more iron. God bless the iron farm. Oh yeah, on one far end of Kufmal, I just ended up building, like, a semi-modern grocery store for no reason. I'm playing really fast and loose. Well, like, the building next to it really looks like one of those buildings from Miami Beach. One of those Art Deco buildings on Miami Beach. And as a result, I was like, well, that reminds me of the Art Deco old Publix building. So I'm like, you know what, I'll build a building that looks like a Publix.
Oh, hold on, where's that? I have a meme for this.
Hold up, I got a meme for this. Unlocking the vault. I mean, half of me when I go on vacations, half of it is just me taking pictures of buildings I think are interesting so I can build them in Minecraft. Like the church in Uxban, literally just based off of one from Georgia and a Georgia town I visited.
Nice. beam.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Oh, I mean, we did, with the Bucks logo there, we did, crush the Eagles.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Fucking 411 pain, oh my god. Lord. Wait, is that the Tampa skyline there in the background?
Probably.
Looks like it. Yeah, I think that's the Hillsborough River. Well, not Hillsborough River, but whatever. But, yeah, the fucking Publix sub. Lord. My family does not regret moving back to Florida one bit.
Hell yeah.
We used to live in North Carolina for my dad's work, but my dad got a new job. He's like, this is too boring, so we just moved back to Florida.
Muh. Alright, I believe the time has come to begin work on the wooden roof. And for this, I might need lots and lots of wood.
Well, good thing there's some infrastructure showing up in Solemn 9, not like there wasn't before. I do like that he put his portal at the top of it, like a little temple.
Yeah.
Oh god, half of my safe stream playlist is just, like, is Toho music, and a bunch of that is all the Perfect Cherry Blossom soundtrack, and then that's just giving me flashbacks to when I first started playing Perfect Cherry Blossom.
Oh man.
Even though that one's relatively easy. Although Yomu can beg to differ, though. And I was halfway bombing through all of Border of Life.
Damn.
Let's just say I'm not good at Danmaku games.
Yeah. I mean, none of us are. I'm pretty sure, like, the majority of Toho fans have, like, never even completed a game.
That's the stereotype.
Well, no, I'm sure many of them have played it, but they've never completed them, is the thing.
Right, or I played the fan game. I mean, that was me. I started playing a few fan games. Like, there was this Tower of Defense fan game that I had streamed a long time ago.
Mm.
Do I have everything I need? I think so. Oh, baby,
now I gotta remember the way to Solemn 9.
It's near the portal for Jennings, just down some stairs on that part of the road.
Hmm.
So it's right, the stairs are right near the junction for the way you would turn to head towards... What is down this way anyways? I don't go down here often. Oh, that's the Nether Frontier. Okay. Near the junction that would take you to the frontier, and what town is this? Sassafranga. That's what it was. I should update the sign. Stupid gas keep blowing up the signs. I wish we had an iron sign that wouldn't get blown up.
Maybe we could enclose the certain portions of the highway.
I mean, maybe a little canopy over junctions is the most I would budge on that, but I like the aesthetic that the open top has right now.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of little rest points. Oh yeah, we do have a blaze farm. I forgot. You know, Solemn 9 used to have a different name, but it was so long ago I forgot what it was. Because it was the old name before the two people that became governors first renamed it. But I forgot what the old one was, because it sounded kind of funny, but I couldn't remember. Did I put that on the wiki page? Why is it not letting me click on anything? There we go. No. Oh, wait. Yes, it was. It was Koranzaku. That was the old name. Okay. Do you have a favorite song from any of the Toho games? Or a few favorites?
Yeah, I would say Septet, UNON, Nuclear Fusion. What others? Third Eye.
Third Eye. Was that Satori's theme?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's the one playing right now! I'm an idiot. That's the one I'm playing right now. Yeah, that one, I like that one. But some of the others, yeah, half of me wants to say daring today, aren't we? But I mean, I'm not gonna judge. They are good. Oh, hello.
Ooh, this looks fancy.
I just wanted it to be elevated so it doesn't get bombed when you're interrupted when you're on the line. But
yeah.
Let's see if I had any favorites. I like Kanako's theme. Hers is good. I like, of course, Oku's theme. I really like the Stage 1 theme for Embodiment. Not Rumia's theme, but the stage theme.
Oh yeah, that one too. Yeah, Soul of Red.
Red as a ground cherry blossom or something like that.
Yeah.
I like... What others? Of course,
Actually,
I love Nightfall's Evening Star. That one's great. Especially the one that sounds like Euro... No, not Eurobeat, Hard Bass. I think it was one from one of the fighting game spin-offs, but there were other versions. I like Yoshika's theme. That one's good. Rigid Paradise. I like a lot of the Ten Desires music. I really like from, not the most recent Toho, but the one before it, Toho 17. I really liked the extra stage theme. I had the name of it. Where was it? Like the abandoned industrial railway network or something like that was the name of it. That one was really good because it had like a choir in it. Keiki's theme is great, Entrusting This World to Idols. I really like Seiran's theme, The Rabbit Has Landed, that one's great. I'm thinking with this town here, I'm gonna maybe shove the station, like a dead-end station at one part, because there's not a good through path for it. I mean, I do kind of see one for a smaller station building, which is what I may end up going with. Oh, oh, you're getting wood. I see. That's why I routed the tracks away from it.
Yeah, good idea.
Oh, I see a skeleton jockey in the distance.
Ooh.
Although they're rare, but they're not as rare as people think they are.
Yeah, what's really rare is when it's a baby zombie villager jockey. Now that's rare.
Oh yeah, and you see some of those in the Nether sometimes too, like the Nether chicken jockeys.
No.
In fact, one of them, the first time I saw one, it was when I was far away on an expedition, so there was nowhere for a chicken to have came from. I don't know if they have a small chance to spawn in the Nether like that, but we named him Terramorphous, and he ended up falling off a cliff. Well, wait, no, because they can't die going off a cliff. No, I think he got burned by lava, set on fire by lava, and then died. So he dropped a cooked chicken, and then that cooked chicken is engraved in the Kufmal Museum. We do have a few graveyards for different pets. Like, someone's pet died. It was Nerd's... I think Nerd had a pet that died, and then Altair, I think, had a horse that died. Oh, that's another thing I want to build in a lot more cities, is stables. I want, like, public stables in every town, if I can get them. Do you have a horse?
Not yet. I was thinking of getting, I
mean, with terrain like this, you could find one not too hard, but you just gotta find one that's, fast. I have a bunch of horses in the stables.
I was actually thinking of maybe setting up a horse breeding area.
Yeah, maybe. You could make that like a whole little complex, have that as part of the city's lore. And you can make a horse track, too.
Hell yeah.
Like a chariot racing arena. I don't think there are any arenas like that yet, like the Hippodrome or whatever it was called.
Hmm.
That would be cool.
That would be quite large, though.
It would. It would take up a lot of space. However, your city does have a lot of space inside the wall compared to Fort Jennings. I have to, like, stack it like Jenga bricks in there.
Oh god, yeah.
Although that's part of the fun, making stuff that fits in the space I have. I build small anyways. That's the one thing I struggle with. I always build smaller than I should.
No.
Should I go past?
I have the opposite problem. I always build bigger than I should, which is pretty evident considering the wall, you know?
Right. I'm always very compact. I don't like a lot of space between my builds. None of my buildings have, like, lawns or anything.
Oh, and there's also the, yet-to-be-built Temple of Utsuho, like...
Yeah, I saw the outline.
Oh.
I have a lot of projects I haven't started, but, like, I want to do eventually. I know one thing I want to do sooner rather than later is build another, ball stadium, but for the university campus. And I wanted to build a whole second university campus inside of a pyramid in the capital.
Oh.
There's all this stuff I wanted to do, but I've just been playing other games too, because, you know, one does not spend all their time playing Minecraft.
Yeah. Honestly, the more I think about it, the more I think that I probably won't be able to make Solvata the way I want it, and I'd need to bring in someone else to be like my urban planner or whatever.
You could use... I don't know if this would make any sense for what you're trying to do, but you could ask ChatGPT.
Oh god.
Well,
I don't trust that thing.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I just don't think that, like, maybe it could help, but the thing is that, so, like, have you ever seen those videos where people are like, I challenged ChatGPT to design a redstone build, and
If they just lie. It just straight up lies.
it not only lies, but it just makes the most nonsensical crap that doesn't work at all, and you can't even fathom why anyone would think it would.
Right, because it doesn't actually try to do facts. It tries to say something that sounds reasonable on paper.
Yeah.
Or without looking into it. Language
Yep.
model, whatever it is. But, what I found was that it did give me some good ideas for things I could have done for, like, related to this server. Like, it's good at giving you broad ideas of, you say, hey, I'm building a Minecraft city in this time period. What sort of buildings would be good to add? What sort of architecture?
Oh, well. Well, the problem for me is not what kind of buildings I should add, but rather what the dimensions of those buildings should be and where in the city I should put them. Like, I have plenty of ideas on what to add into it, like, for instance, a tavern, a blacksmith, a masonry, a fishing area, a port for ships to dock at. Like, I have plenty of ideas of that stuff.
What I will say, what I've found in that regard, is that a lot of times you kind of have to... You can be paralyzed by having too much space. That's one of the reasons that I make my stuff smaller, to where it's more easy to be creative when you have some restrictions, where it gives you things to build off of. Like, you have to work within those restrictions. And when you have this wide open space, you're like, well, I could build this here, but what if I wanted to do something bigger here later or something? So you have to, like...
Oh my god, that is exactly the problem I'm dealing with.
Yeah, in some ways, you have to, like, force yourself to say, alright, well, I want, like, for those specific buildings you want, say, what part of the town would it make the most sense to do? Like, maybe to me, if I were in your predicament, I would start with the harbor, since the harbor stuff can only be on the coastline, and you know where that's going to be.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, I want these facilities. What sort of things do I want in them? How many toolboxes, or, like, how many workbenches, how many job sites for villagers, what sort of decorative features do I want? And then give it a rough guess of how much interior space I need, and then look at pictures of stuff on the internet until I have a good shell to wrap it in.
Yeah.
And then maybe,
I mean, I also thought that dividing the city into districts would help me, but...
Well, I mean, that's good, because it'll give you, like, multiple places where if you want to save space in one, you could work on stuff in a different section. So I'm not against that either.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is just, like, making rash decisions and not being afraid to do so, because then it gives you the interesting challenge of working around them later, like any city planner. You ask so many real-life cities what they wish they could have done when they were still in their infancy to make things easier, and what they have to build around now.
Yeah.
That's why you have, like, all these elevated trains and stuff through cities, because they can't bulldoze all these neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Although they did in the 50s. Just screw poor people.
At least we don't have to worry about that in Minecraft.
Yeah, not like we care about the villagers. But that's the weird thing. Like, I've always worked within those restrictions, too. Very rarely, I can count on one hand the amount of times I've bulldozed an existing village building. In this entire history of this server. I like working within the restrictions of existing villages. That gives me good ways to lay out the streets. Because I have to adjust to what the naturally generated streets are. And sometimes if they're stupid or too close, I'll remove some of them, or build over them. But, like, I like taking some of the existing streets and incorporating those. That's another problem. I don't make my streets wide enough. Because, like, the old town and the capital is only two block wide pathways. That's one thing I wish I would have done. Because with the capital, if I could have gone back, I would have made sure I had more of the canals going through the old town. because I didn't do as much of that at the start as I should have. And I wish I would have standardized my roads earlier. Because if the further out I get from town, the more organized it starts to look away from the city center. But that old town in the very center of the city is all these really old buildings that have these very tight little pathways instead of proper roads. And I kind of like it that way because it does give off an old town vibe of when people, you know, didn't know it was going to be a capital of an empire. So they're just building nonchalantly.
Yeah.
Kind of like St. Augustine, where they have their old district, and it's not the best for traffic, but it's beautiful there.
Mm-hmm.
I like going to St. Augustine. It's always cool there.
I haven't gone there in a long time. I think the last time I went there was on a school field trip in elementary.
Oh, wow. But yeah, going to the fort there is always cool. They have a nice little pirate museum. They have all these beautiful lights during Christmas time. And one time, after I went one time, I ended up building the entire city pretty accurately in City Skylines.
Huh.
And I could, like, navigate around properly in the City Skylines version.
Oh, what if I do that? What if I build Solvata in City Skylines or something, and then use that as a template to work off of?
I mean, you could. You just have to make a lot of creative liberties and translations with the time periods.
Oh, I know.
I guess it could be a good planning tool. I've been tempted to get the second one, but I heard the reviews aren't great for the second City Skyline, so I haven't gotten it yet.
What about Banished? Do you know that game?
No.
Okay, so it's basically City Skylines, except it's medieval, and it's on a smaller scale, where you can focus more on the individual people living in the village and stuff.
Like on a scale of 1 to... on a scale of City Skylines to, oh god, what's the game I'm thinking of? RimWorld. On a scale of City Skylines to RimWorld, where does it fall?
It's probably closer to RimWorld, I think.
Where like, is it ploppable buildings, or do the buildings naturally build themselves when you zone them? Like, is there zoning?
Yeah, basically... You can build roads, and you can say, I want this building here, and then it will be built. Oh man, now I actually want to go play Banished, now that I'm thinking about that game again.
How much is Banished?
Let me check on Steam real quick. Oh, I don't have Steam up right now. Hold on.
Let me pull up Steam. Let me build up Steam.
I don't think it's that expensive.
It's $20.
Like, it's probably in the... yeah, 20. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm sure it'll go on sale at some point.
Oh, it is small scale. Interesting.
Yes. There's also another one that I like called Dawn of Man, which is,
you know,
I guess the best way to
go ahead.
put it... Oh, shit, actually, it's, Oh, Dawn of Man is on sale right now. It's usually $25, but right now it's $12.50.
I will say Banished looks almost a little too small scale for me, but let me see. Maybe something a little bigger. Or something... I like City Skylines where I make myself make a bunch of small towns I connect by rail and other things. Let me see. Also, I heard that... This is completely unrelated, but I heard that Power World game was popular. The Pokemon with guns...
The what?
The Pokemon with guns thing, Power World.
Huh.
Let me see. What was the other game? Dawn of Man, you said?
Yes, it's basically Banished, but in the Stone Age.
Oh. Oh, that's even smaller scale. Okay. Like what? You got a pack hunt? Like you gotta get a hunting party to go fight a mammoth?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean.
Literally, yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, that's probably how things were done. So, I don't blame that. Because what I'm thinking is, my sweet spot would be a game that is on a scale a little bit smaller than City Skylines, but bigger than Banished.
Dwarf Fortress?
Well, you still have to manage individual people. I'm looking for a game where you almost have to manage individual people, where it's like just above that aspect. Where people kind of have more, like, control themselves more so, but it's not like where you have, maybe a game where you have a few hundred people instead of, or up to 1,000 people instead of, like, 40,000 people. Or instead of 30 people or something.
Yeah.
That sort of... I know that's a weird, specific sweet spot, but that's what I'm kind of thinking of.
Nah, I kind of get it.
Again, along the scale of what I've built here, literally. Like, where cities would be about the size of... maybe a little bigger than one of the core cities in this world or something.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing about Banished. I mean, yes, Banished does sometimes require you to, like, poke at specific villagers and be like, hey, I need you to switch jobs, but other than that, like, they will usually try to do their own thing, and it's just a matter of making the buildings required for them to do the jobs that they're doing.
You know, I did end up, for free, I ended up getting Frostpunk from a competition, but I've never played it.
Oh. I'd say give it a try. Actually, hold on, let me... I mean, I've heard of Frostpunk, and I've seen a few videos of it, but I've never actually looked too deep into it.
Like, it's more survival than anything.
Yeah. Oh shit, it's on sale. Does it have multiplayer?
I don't know if it
Probably
does.
not. No. No, it's just single player. If it was multiplayer, I would have bought it and we could have played it together.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. I don't think it is, but still.
There's also, ever heard of Stonehearth?
I've heard that name. Wait. I think I may have seen someone play that game once.
It's basically...
Yeah, I do remember seeing someone play that game.
Essentially, if Banished and Minecraft had a baby. Except, of course, that brings with it the fact that it's even more, like...
Well, this reminds me of RimWorld a little bit, but in 2.5.
Yes, basically, if Banished is somewhere between City Skylines and RimWorld in terms of focus on citizens, then Stonehearth is beneath RimWorld in terms of its focus on the citizens.
Yeah.
So...
I see what you mean, because, yeah, I remember a YouTuber playing it.
Yeah. Yeah, so on a scale from Minecraft to City Skylines with RimWorld in the middle, Stonehearth is between Minecraft and RimWorld.
Fair enough. I mean, that could be worth looking into.
Yeah.
The only thing I saw when I was looking at Banished was that, like, there was someone complaining about villagers not breeding enough or something like that.
Oh, yeah,
Or, like, they only have one chance to, or something like that, I saw one of the reviews.
Ah. Yeah, basically a big part of Banished is that if you want your population to keep growing, you have to keep building more houses for them. And the window of opportunity for villagers to pair off and start new families is relatively small.
Like, you have to do it when they're young adults or something? There has to be available housing?
Yes.
Okay. Well, in that case, it's just like today, but except you can build housing when there is no housing for kids nowadays.
Yep. That's why I like Banished. It's kind of realistic like that.
You know, I'm not... That does sound interesting. I'm not against that. Makes, like, a little bit more about strategy and timing.
Yep. I should explore more of the map, actually.
I'm running into a dilemma where I'm trying to do as much of the wiki as I can, but then part of me is like, well, this is a big river and it connects to things, and I should probably give it a name in an article. And then I end up exploring more, where it's like, well, this continent is here, but I haven't explored all of this continent yet, so I should probably do that. But then exploring it revealed another continent that I have to explore, and make an article for, and vice versa. It's just, and then it ends up getting too big, where, like, there are 46 towns in the Empire, but only a handful of them are being actively developed, you know?
Yeah.
I need to, like...
I'd say in that case, just focus on the towns that are being actively developed in terms of writing stuff down for them.
Right, like, I'll make basic articles for everything else, but I keep discovering more when I'm trying to, like... Because when I discover a new continent, I want to explore the whole continent so I can make a nice-looking map for it instead of one with a bunch of blank space.
Yeah.
But then
well,
that
I mean,
leads
think
into
of it this way. Think of it this way. You know how in Star Wars, the entire galaxy would have, like, millions of planets?
Right.
But the movies only have time for you to visit, like, 1 or 2 or 3 at a time per movie?
Right,
and
but
it's
the terrain
like...
is so much more defined in this case, except when in Star Wars it's all just space.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, part of it's just being okay with making articles for places that aren't fully explored yet, which I have done already. It's just I have to make the drafts for them. Most of the time, making the drafts is easy, but it's like making sure I know which towns are on which continents, and then trying to find which rivers are which, and naming them, and making sure they're all fully navigable, and then having pictures for everything, and making sure the pictures are easily findable and uploadable, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stupid skeletons. Ooh, Border of Life. Love that song.
Mm.
The Hungry Ghost. Wait,
I wish I could listen.
How does Yuyuko fucking eat? She's a ghost.
Spirit energy? I don't know.
I guess.
Wait, I remember at some point seeing someone who was like, oh yeah, there was a video about Chirno, and she was making some kind of, like, mathematical calculations of, like, Yomo, like, eating, and how it would just convert directly into spiritual energy or something. And it was, like, calculating how much energy would result from eating a cheeseburger or something. And then at the end of it, Chirno's freaking out because apparently the calculations say that it would create the force of 5 nuclear bombs all at once.
What, was she calculating it for Yomu or Yuyuko?
Yuyuko, I think it was. Whoever is the ghost,
Well, that makes you think. If Yomu's half ghost, then does half of the food she eats get given to her human half, and half turned to spirit energy for a ghost half, or how does that work?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, even more question. I don't think Zune thought about that when he was designing
That
them.
just raises further questions.
Right. Simple, have Yuyuko eat Yomu, and then we'll find out.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, we're getting into war territory. Turn it off, shut it down.
Actually, hold on. Let me see if I can find that video now that I brought it up.
Was it one
First,
of
let
those
me get
sketch
some-
comedies or whatever, that Grand Prix or whatever they were saying?
Probably. Hold on.
Do you know what type of videos I'm talking about, though? Where they're subtitled, but, like, it's these people doing live impromptu comedy in the Toho universe or something?
Huh. I haven't actually seen that before.
Because it's, like, a thing that's been going on for a long time, and then I keep seeing clips of it out of context. But, like, have you seen the clip where it's just, like, Rin trying to remind Utsuho what her name is?
Oh, I think I've seen that one, yeah.
It's that exact type where they have that, like, they try to do a quick little animation for it, but, in reality, it's like, this IRL comedy thing they have at a convention or something, where they try to do impromptu comedy as if they were Toho characters, and they were given a situation to go through or something.
Damn.
But that clip was part of it. That's where the Sonanoka thing came from.
Hmm. Evolution.
Do you have space engineers?
Do I have what?
Do you have space engineers?
Yes.
I tried playing on that world I had last night with another friend, but since he spawned in a drop pod, he had to... And my medical room wasn't made because I didn't have any silver. He couldn't respawn where I was, so we never actually met up.
Man. Someone's shooting off fireworks. Either that or a gun.
Oh. Gotta keep the rent down, I guess.
Pretty sure it's fireworks.
Again, you may have seen that video, but I'll just send you it anyway, because you sounded like you had seen it before. But that's an example of one of those impromptu skits. And they just animated it
I have
afterward.
seen that one.
Mm-hmm. But then you have this, it's funny because he took the original, which was the skit, and the guy who uploaded it to YouTube just used it as an excuse to show off that he changed his motorcycle's, like, license plate.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. That's a creeper. Ow.
Creeper? Oh, man. Half of my time on this server can be expressed from that one, like, Simpsons clip where Lisa's like, oh, I bet he's gonna... Well, and then I changed it. It was like, you know, I bet he's gonna build a cathedral. That's all he does. And then Bart's just like, oh, I'll build a cathedral. Nothing beats that. Yeah.
Although it's funny because I had
Enderman.
Go ahead.
What? There was an Enderman inside the Fort Ruff's mess hall that was carrying a sand block.
That's funny. He's feeding the troops.
He's feeding them sand?
Probably not far from their actual rations.
God.
You know, it would be cool to build like a little offshore platform that looked like Fort Ruff's and just give it a lore explanation. Make something that looked like Sealand. I mean, I did build a little Sealand in from the depths.
Yeah. Wait, when did you do that?
Long time ago. Like a few years back.
Oh yeah, I remember, yeah. I think I remember seeing it.
I mean, it was nothing special. It's tiny.
Oh no, I found a creeper hole!
Oh no. Wait, where are you?
I'm nearby Fort Ruff's.
Okay. Oh, you can probably see the, Parhyo Stadium from there.
Let's see. Yeah. I see the S for Shrek, which...
It's right past the Shrek, the Shremple.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was always one of my favorite cities to work on, because I just love the chaos.
Yeah. Nothing like replicating Kowloon.
Yep. That's the goal. I misspelled a bunch of this, dang it. Still can't believe that one beatbox guy paid $50,000 for a fucking softcore AMV.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, how big of all the ways you could have a PR disaster, that's probably one of the most embarrassing.
I know, right?
And
Like,
he's-
how much of a simp?
And my dude's broke. Like, man, that's what you do with your money? And why did someone charge him $50,000 for a 3-minute video? Oh my god. Made for a lot of good memes, though.
Yep.
Ah! Creeper, damn it.
Aw, man.
I've yet to have, like, a real big, like, turning into a 5-star voice actor due to fear moment yet. I wish I had one of those. Like all this stupid Lethal Company clips. Like, like, no wonder that game's so widespread. It's like a organic comedy creating machine with comedic timing.
Oh god, yeah.
Especially, like, again, that goes to show any game with proximity chat. Any game with any sort of proximity chat has the ultimate sort of potential for emergent comedy like that. Like, even Holdfast, like, you could be like, we're invincible or something, and then the second after, you'll get cut off by a cannonball just taking your head off. Like, shit like that.
Oh my... Yep. Oh...
And just, like, with Lethal Company, or especially if they have mods, you just hear a distant in the background, and your friend just starts screaming and then gets cut off mid-scream. And it seems like with all those videos that come out, half of them have that one mod that makes that Bracken creature or whatever into Freddy Fazbear.
Oh god.
Or you know the Jester from that game, like the Jack in the Box guy?
Yeah.
Or they have his wind-up and his chase sound be like the bridge and then the solo for Freebird.
Oh my god. Oh, someone smelted the dried kelp.
Oh yeah, I did, because I also put some nether bricks in there. And I got most of them out, but some are probably still in there. Man, I don't even see Cape Lookout. How close am I? It is nice having this map pulled up. And it's so strange how this world did generation, because, like, when I first actually got the seed for this map, I found it from a website, like, seed that had a lot of little villages in it, and, so that seed was still accurate when I first made the world, but when the Caves and Cliffs update came out and the terrain generation changed, it made everything different, and as a result, the the continent to the south of the capital, called Pinniped, has a ton of different towns on it, even though it's mostly desert. But the grassland and forested continent to the north, called Rockenstone, which is spelled differently, but you get the joke, is very sparsely populated.
Oh.
Like, to the north of the capital, there's only, like, maybe 6 or 7 total towns, and the largest of those are Uxban and New Grafgar. And even though those are close to each other, past that, it's just a bunch of mountains and valleys that are empty. Only exceptions in there are, like, Yoshiville, that What's-Her-Name has, and, a little place called Rakapon Sea, but that's so far away that that's passed into a new continent I haven't even named yet.
Dang.
And none of that is even 4,000, none of that is more than 5,000 blocks out. Nor do I plan on going much further. Although one time, I did try to teleport to a town, or no, an area, and when I was trying to teleport to it, I added a 0, so it would set me like 40,000 blocks out. So there's one random spot there that has that. I wish I could like unload and delete that chunk somehow, but I don't know how to.
So many lava buckets in this super smelter.
I know, it's nice though.
Yeah.
Alright, what I'm thinking is, the stream's gone on for about 2 hours now. I'm thinking what we can do is we can wrap up the stream, but we can still do stuff if you want.
Yeah. Although I am tempted to probably go try Space Engineers if you want to do that next. Or
I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
What else were you gonna say?
I was also thinking about maybe playing some Banished as well, just to like get a feel for like how I want Solvata to look. Or like try and figure out some other way to do like urban planning and city design.
Well, I know of these 2 games. The one I have is the Space Engineers, but if you want to, we'll figure that out. But for now, I think I'm gonna wrap the stream up, so let me do my little outro real quick.
Alright.
I just haven't done an episode in a while, so even if there weren't any viewers, it was still nice to just have one there, because I know I've been doing the reaction stuff more recently. Alright, well thank you everyone for joining, and those of you watching posthumously. Well, no, that's not the right word, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. I don't know when the next episode of this specific series is going to be, because that'll be the 100th episode special, and I'll try to at least announce that a little bit more in advance. Maybe sometime, oh gosh, I want to say sometime next, not literal weekend, because, I mean, work weekend. Maybe sometime next Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Probably Friday or Saturday. But other than that, you all have a great rest of your night. And I'll see you all next time. Pay attention to the Discord for announcements and news. And yeah, catch you on the flip side. See ya.